It's winner takes all. It's Melrose against JED-FOREST. The fact is, whoever wins this match, they are crowned kings of the sevens for 2011. So here they come then, Melrose out on to the field. I don't like that, you know, it's no point jeering, but I suppose Melrose will take that as a compliment because they have been absolutely outstanding season. Premier 1 champions, obviously Border League winners as well, and well, they're right down the wire. Here come JED-FOREST then. You can hear by the crowd what this means to JED-FOREST. I'll remind you, it's winner takes all. The kings of the sevens, I think quite fittingly, are coming down to the two form sides. Obviously Selkirk fell by the wayside, you know, right at the death, but it's down to the two now. It's Melrose against JED-FOREST. The referee for this tie is David Chang-Leng. So Scott White on the ball for Jed. Kick-off here at Riverside Park, and it's a high one up. Up goes John Dale, but I'll tell you what, it was Darren Gillespie that's coming and stolen that ball. Picked up then by Lewis Young. Young working his way up to the halfway line. He's got his brother Lewis Young to contend with. Young makes the break. Oh, he tried to offload there to Lewis Young, but the ball's picked up now by Callum Anderson. Anderson, Ewan Scott grabs him on the halfway line. He's trying to offload. In goes Alan Dodds. I'll tell you what, both sets of players up for this one. It's the final of the Jed Sevens. It's the final in the Kings of the Sevens series. It's winner takes all. Jed have it, but they've knocked on just about 10 metres inside the Melrose half. Oh, and Graham Dodds getting involved with Darren Gillespie. A bit of verbals going on there, but I think we can expect that throughout the final.
Yeah, definitely a feisty start, and you know, I mean, there's boots flying and there's all sorts of things flying here, and you've got to expect that. And I mean, JED-FOREST definitely going to try and make their mark here, and again, Graham Dodds there in the scrum, right in there against Darren Gillespie and knocking him back.
Yeah, well, at the moment, scrum goes in, Jed ball, Jed 5 metres inside the Melrose half, picked up by Ross Goodfellow. Goodfellow runs back on the halfway line, comes out to Ewan Scott. It's the final, it's the Kings of the Sevens final. I know, a bit of a fisticuffs going on, and you know, that's Ewan Scott was clear there for Jed. Now, both teams have got to calm down here. We know what's at stake. Both forwards getting involved, Russ Goodfellow and Scott White. You know, we've got David Chang-Leng in the middle. He'll say, right boys, I know what's at stake here. It's down the wire, but let's cut it out. We don't want to ruin the game. Assistant referees now coming on. There was a bit of a battle, Andrew Nagle and DL and Murray. I think it was all the forwards got involved in a bit of a scrap, and there's a penalty coming, and I think it's going to come on the Melrose way. I think it is, yeah, Melrose. In fact, no, we're getting a scrum. It's a Jed ball, so well refereed David Chang-Leng.
Yeah,
he knows what's at stake here.
Yeah, absolutely right. He knows exactly what's at stake, and very good that he actually called his two assistant referees on and spoke to them.
Ball comes in. Scott McCormack gets a kind of side foot then, but Callum Anderson kind of picks it up from his toes. Anderson then on the halfway line cuts inside. Lewis Young, what a tackle from Young, picked up by Gillespie, and another punch up between Young and Callum Anderson. It's all over the park at the moment. It's a battle royale here in the final. 0-0. Andrew Nagle now on the ball just inside the Jed half as Ewan Scott comes in, but Nagle's penalised for holding on. Graham Dodds then takes a quick tap penalty here for Melrose. Out to DL. Oh, what a hit comes in on DL from Darren Gillespie. I'll tell you what, there's no love lost between these two. 0-0. We've played 2.5 minutes in this final. Jamie Murray now on the ball for Melrose. Feeds it out along the line to Alan Dodds. Dodds on the attack up to the Jed 22. He cuts inside. Great running from Dodds, and he's away. And Alan Dodds is going to go in for the first try for Melrose. He touches down. It's Melrose 5. It's Jed 0. What a final.
Oh, what a final, but I tell you what, there's more to come as well, because you know, there's a lot of conversation going on off the ball, and I mean, Russ Goodfellow was pointing to his fellow players there, actually asking them to get themselves into a position there as the conversion from Scott White goes over, and that's when we just hopefully got to take this thing out of things.
The Kings of the Sevens title up for grabs, as well as the Jed Trophy. The ball comes up then from Scott White. Up goes Michael Weekly, but in comes Alan Dodds on the steal. Thrown back in, 10 metres inside the Jed half. Melrose in possession from McCormack. Back out to Scott White. Along the line now to Callum Anderson. He's up against the young boys. What's he going to do? He's going to look for a wee space here. Callum Anderson, he's up against Gillespie. Breaks the tackle here. Callum Anderson cuts inside. Goes back. Michael Weekly comes in. The ball thrown back inside the Melrose half. Picked up now by Graham Dodds. Dodds in. He's going to go on a wee run here. Dodds is right through the middle, but good tackle from Ewan Scott just outside the Jed 22. It's Melrose 7. It's JED-FOREST 0. Melrose recycle recycle the ball. Jamie Murray feeds it out to Scott McCormack, comes out to Scott White on the halfway line, the Melrose skipper. He feeds it out to Calum Anderson. Anderson turns on the burners. He's going to have to stop and check here, but he cuts back inside here. Calum Anderson breaks one, two tackle inside to Scott McCormack. Scott McCormack's going to try and cut inside. Good tackle though from Gregor Young, but then Scott White tries to keep the ball alive. Oh, what a pick-up from Calum Anderson, and Anderson is going to go in for a second try, all about keeping the ball alive there from Melrose, and it's now Melrose 12, JED-FOREST 0, 4 minutes gone in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it was just down to missed tackles as well, though, Stuart. I mean, 2 or 3 times Melrose players cutting inside, and tackles should have been made, tackles that were missed, and Scott White, no mistakes there with the conversion, again, straight between the sticks, and it's 14 points to 0.
Melrose with the restart, going down the right channel, up goes Michael Weekly, but again the ball bounces inside, picked up by Jamie Murray. Murray then out to Alan Dodds. Dodds comes in and a tackle comes in. That was from Ewan Scott, I think it was, when it's recycled ball, and Melrose, JED-FOREST have it now. Nagel inside, taken on now by Lewis Young. Young's on the ball, he's over the halfway line, and Lewis Young has turned on the burners. By heck, this boy is lightning. He's gone. McCormack gives up the ghost, and Jed go in for their first try thanks to Lewis Young. Melrose 14, Jed 5. What a final we've got here.
Stuart, some score there, and you're always going to back one of the young brothers if they get the ball in hand, because they've got so much pace. Scott McCormack tracking back there, but he just wasn't able to get in close enough to make the tackle. What a score from Lewis Young. And I mean, you can hear the crowd now, and that's what this game needed. It needed to get the crowd letting up, and that's exactly what's happened. Ewan Scott, no problem with the conversion. Game on, 14 points to 7 Melrose.
Ross Goodfellow has it, comes out to Lewis Young. Young out to Ewan Scott along that Melrose 22. Back inside to Gregor Young, who breaks the tackle. Gregor Young offloads to his brother Lewis Young, and Lewis Young is away. He's got the corner. Has he got the legs? He has, and he's gone in to the far right corner. That try is going to be given, yeah. Alan Forrest was the assistant referee. He did clearly plant the ball into the ground, and well, what a time to get it as you approach the half-time whistle. It's Melrose 14, it's JED-FOREST 12. Ball comes in then from McCormack. It's been turned over, Melrose, JED-FOREST have it, and it's picked up then by Lewis Young. He's been caught right on that 22-metre line. Picked out now by Darren Gillespie along that 22 to Nagel. Nagel out to Ewan Scott. Scotland out to Gregor Young. Gregor Young on his own at the moment. Gregor Young is going for a wee run. Oh, he's gone round Anderson, but Anderson does enough, and the ball, I think, has it gone forward? No. Butch coming in from Melrose. They've played it as a good head pass from Darren Gillespie. Gillespie out wide to Nagel, and Nagel's going to go in for the try on the far side of the field. Jed kept the ball alive, and it's Nagel who finishes the move off, and it's now Melrose 14, it's Jed 17. Dodds then on the ball out to Scott White. White to John Dale. John Dale's got Calum Anderson in support. John Dale then at the moment cuts it inside to Calum Anderson. Anderson up against Lewis Gregor Young, but Calum Anderson is going to go in for the try. Great vision there from John Dale. He just managed to feed the ball in, and Calum Anderson at pace, he kind of got on the wrong side of Gregor Young, and it's now Melrose 19, Jed 17, 5.5 minutes to go in this final. Scott White then on the ball for Melrose with the restart. Andrew Nagel is off, and on goes, that's Donald Grieve, I think that's on to the field of play. In fact, it's David Gobi as the ball's picked up by Scott White. A good bounce for him. He feeds it out to Fraser Thompson, and Thompson's going to go in the left-hand corner. He's going to touch down, chased all the way there by Lewis Young, but the bounce of the ball there quickly in with Scott White, and then Fraser Thompson for the try. So 26-17 Melrose lead, and we've got 1.5 minutes to go at the moment. So it's a penalty to Jed, 10 metres inside the Melrose half, picked up by Gillespie, comes out then to Lewis Young, out to David Gobi. Gobi feeds it back in field to Gillespie. Darren Gillespie kicks it across field, can be picked up by Michael Weekly. Now Weekly's got Gregor Young in support. Gregor Young's going to try and cut inside. He does. He breaks the tackle here. Gregor Young, he looks for the offload. He has. He's given it to Ewan Scott, and Scott's through. Ewan Scott has gone underneath the boards for the try. It's Melrose 26, it's Jed 22. Conversion to come. It's game on again. Melrose 26, Jed 24. Where's that ball coming? It's coming back, I think, on the Jed side, I think, it's picked through by Fraser Thompson, and does he touch down? He does indeed. He's got the try. Melrose 31, Jed 24. That try from Fraser Thompson is going to make Melrose kings of the sevens.
It certainly is going to make Melrose kings of the sevens, and it's going to give Melrose their 5th win of the Kings of the Sevens series, and the final whistle has gone, and it's 31 points to 24 to Melrose. What a final we had there, Stuart. Absolutely fantastic.
What a final and what an end to the season for Borders Rugby. Melrose come out on top in the Kings of the Sevens title race. It did go down the wire. What a final. Melrose worthy winners. The final score here this afternoon at Riverside Park. It finished Melrose 31, JED-FOREST 24.
It was a good day. I think it was always going to be tough coming to Jed, and Jed had a nice draw. They cruised to the final, but I think maybe that didn't really help them in the long run, because they didn't have a tough game going into the final. We had 3 pretty tough matches going into the final, and just delighted the boys to finish on a high like that. It's been a successful season. Guys have done really well. I mean, to dig deep and to come back in the final the way they did in the hostile environment that was Jed today, which was great, and it was a great atmosphere. That's what it's all about. They responded really well to that, and they managed to get the win, which will make tonight's little dinner very enjoyable.
So many trophies, of course, for Melrose this season. Do you have a favourite moment?
It's probably a toss-up between winning the Melrose Sevens or beating the Ayr at Melrose. I'd probably say it was beating the Ayr at Melrose after we got beaten in the Cup the week before. It was pretty massive to win the league for the first time in 13 years.
And a tremendous final, going right to the wire again and retaining the Kings of the Sevens.
Yeah, we've done the same happened last year against Selkirk, and Jed put up a really good fight. They've been really good throughout the 10 tournaments, and we knew that coming into the last final that we'd have to come out all guns blazing, and we did that.
So job done, but what happens now? Because there's a bit of rebuilding, there's recruiting to be done, there's players going away from Melrose, which is obviously what the club's all about. It's a stepping stone for the future.
No, listen, there's a lot of guys today, we'll move on. We'll know that team won't play again probably, but that's what it's all about. You've got to move on, you've got to keep trying to progress guys through, and we'll be looking at 1 or 2 more players to come in for next year. We've got to try and get better for next year, because people will be gunning for us, and as they always are. But that's what I love about it. I love the fact that we're on top and people are chasing us, because I'd have it no other way.